Welcome to Town Talk, the official podcast of the town of Stephenville, where community conversations happen. I'm Marilee Joy Castillo, communications manager at the town. This podcast takes place in the chamber of Town Hall, where we share updates, ideas, and information about what's happening in our community. Joining me today is Maurice Hynes. Maurice is a current councillor with the town of Stephenville and also a candidate for the upcoming municipal election. So, Maurice, welcome.
Thank you so much, Marilee. Thank you.
Thank you. And Maurice, I guess just to start things off, if you want to tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
Okay. Well, I spent most of my life in Stephenville. I was born in Stephenville Crossing Cottage Hospital in 1949, graduated from high school, went to university. Upon completion, I came back and I was a teacher working on the Port Peninsula. I did that for a number of years. Then I moved to a couple of other schools back and forth just to make sure I stayed fresh and didn't get into a rut. I joined the Canadian Reserves. I served with them for 33 years. Had the opportunity to travel across Canada, in the U.S., and to other countries as a peacekeeper and as a trainer, international military advisor and trainer. Worked at the College of North Atlantic as a program developer. And that's right, I worked at the airport as an operations manager and did some security work for Pentagon. Not the Pentagon, but Pentagon. Okay, thank you.
Pentagon, yeah. Great. Well, thank you, Maurice. And as I mentioned, you are a current councillor. What motivated you to run once again for council?
Well, I guess there was a number of things. We came in, of course, during the by-election and sort of hit the ground running. The town staff has a number of projects on the go that I'm interested in, and I like to make sure, I guess, that the projects continue. And I feel with my previous experience being on council, as the projects were being developed from the ground up, I want to make sure that they move forward and that they were successful.
Excellent. And what do you see right now as a top priority here in Stephenville, or a top issue in Stephenville?
I guess there's a number of top issues. We just recently, of course, had the streets paved. I think the residents really want council to have a fresh look at what council is supposed to do. We take care of the water, take care of the sewer, take care of the lights, safety, recreation. And I think small business is so important. I know we got stars in our eyes with big corporations and that, but it is stars in the eyes, and I can't help people for looking at that. If we have small business come in that can hire 8 to 10 people and are part of the community, going to give back to the community, I think that's what people would like to see. And the other part, I think, is we need, as councillors, to be approachable. Whether it's a big issue, a small issue, if someone comes to us, it's an issue.
Exactly. Okay, so how will you continue to make sure that the voices of residents are heard around the council table?
I think it speaks for itself. I think most people out there who have called me, bumped into me on the street, if they had an issue, I listened. That's the first thing to do. And I tried to get back to people either that I had a solution or I wasn't sure of the solution, or maybe an alternate one. I think I did that to the best of my ability and brought their voice to council.
That's right. And, you know, you have many, many qualities and experiences that you've had in the past and that you currently have. So what qualities or experiences do you feel that you can bring to make you an effective councillor here in the town of Stephenville?
I think a couple. I think, number one, my experience with the military taught me the importance of the chain of command, that who you report to, and you're careful that you don't step on anyone's toes. If you follow the chain of command, no matter what job you're in or what you're doing, things will work out. You will go to the right people to get the right answers. The other one, I think my variety of experiences working with youth, working with young adults, either through the military or through the college, I'm well aware of some of their problems. And just being a resident myself, some of the issues are, for example, we're always concerned about healthcare. And I think council has to be the voice for people on that as well.
And how do you think you can ensure transparency for the town?
I think transparency is so important, and sometimes it's overly rated. Maybe the word is just thrown out there. I think as we work with projects, I really feel the citizens need to be aware of what stage the project is in. how it's moving forward, and if there are any difficulties. Lots of times we start a project, and this is nothing wrong. It happens. People get busy. Sometimes we move ahead so fast, we forget to tell people what stage we're at.
Mhm.
Or we forget sometimes that people ask us a question about it, and we haven't given an answer to them. If we do that, we take transparent of why we're doing it and how we're doing it. And at the same time, we're open to questions. And if I want to use the word criticism, yes, that's there, because sometimes we skip a thing. And I think we should the citizens hold us accountable, and they need to bring that to us.
Thank you, Maurice. So, what is your approach to encouraging small business growth here in our community?
Well, I think we need to be open for new business, and I mean small business. Someone who wants to start a company that can employ 7 or 8 people, I think we should help them with the red tape. I think maybe help them find locations and do as much as we can, because these are the people that are going to stay here. Our current business themselves and how they're run, how we look at their taxation, and all that needs to be considered. We go through a rough time with some of our business because we have a shoulder season for the summer and then probably Christmas, and then we have a slow season in between. As much as we can, I think we need to do that. Tourism is going to be a big thing to come in. We have fantastic facilities here for different types of sports. And I think as we bring more people in to use the restaurants, buy in our towns, shop, stay overnight in a hotel is going to help recreate our local business.
Do you see any opportunities for more regional collaboration with surrounding communities throughout the Bay St. George area?
Oh, I do. And I think a person once told me the greatest thing about a Newfoundlander is their severe independence, and the worst thing about a Newfoundlander is their severe independence. Each of our communities, I think, has a lot of pride in what they do and how they do it. But we're small bands, small group. Stephenville in the area a little bit larger. I think if we work together in our tourism, work together how we're approaching business, and we're all singing close to the same song, helping each other, we become regional. And with regional, we have more power, we have more political clout, because that's important as well. And I think we get together, talk about our issues, a lot of them are the same, and we come together as Bay St. George.
So, Maurice, how should the town prioritize community and economic development and infrastructure?
Well, I think we need to get back to what we talked about earlier, about the very basics. We talked recently about the roads being paved. Okay, Main Street, the last time it was paved, I think, and the water and sewer, I was probably 8 years old. That has to be a priority. That's one street to do, all the other streets. If they're done, people are going to want to stay here. People visiting are going to want to be here. Our roads, water and sewer, and not just look at it every 10 years. I think we need to be constantly looking at repairing and upgrading, and to have a contingency plan, which I'm not sure how much we look at our old equipment. I think that's important. Recreation facilities. Recreation is great for our youth, keeps them hopefully out of trouble. The town supports it, and they need to continue to support it, and not only make sure that those recreation facilities are upgraded and they're for everyone, all inclusive.
And I know housing is a problem everywhere. It's a problem here in Stephenville. It's a problem throughout the province. It's a problem throughout the country. Do you think Stephenville needs more housing options? And the second part to that, if so, how should council address that?
Okay. Yes, we definitely have a housing problem. Part of the thing about Stephenville, it's the hub. As people age in other communities, you get closer to shopping, get closer in drugstores, get close for hospital appointments, and any other services that we have to offer. So I think we need to look at housing for seniors. It needs to be at different levels. Some seniors need low-income housing because of their income, and some more people have a larger home and they want to moving to a nicer, I call it upscale. And it's a reality. We need to look at it. But I think we need to look at it not just as a council, but we have a number of groups out there. For example, I'm a member of the Legion. We look at seniors and veterans housing. We need to look at housing maybe supported by some church groups, maybe by some other nonprofit or charitable organizations. So the town will be a partner with them because the town has some of the capability of engineering. They know where some of the pieces of property are, and they can help with some of the cost. Looking at and it may cost not money, but where's the most suitable place to put it? Where's it going to be best for water and sewer? We have a role to play, but we can only play it with our other partners.
That's right. So, Maurice, I just have one more question. So, if there's anything you want to add after, you can do so. But if you could sum up why people should vote for you, what would you say to the residents of Stephenville?
Well, I have been in council, I guess, before. I came back again. I felt there was a need to serve, to fill part of the gap. I still feel that I have a role to play. People know I'm approachable. I listen to problems. I try to get them solved. I have never turned anyone down. If you vote for me, I will be there to assist you to the best of my ability. But I think it's more important that you vote. Whether you vote for me or not, exercise your democratic right. It is your vote, and it is your say how your town is going to be run.
Excellent. So thank you very much, Maurice, for coming in here today, taking the time to answer the questions that we've prepared to hopefully give residents a better understanding of our candidates who are running for a position on council, whether that be for a councillor or a mayor, whatever the case might be. We really appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Marilee. Thank you.
Thank you, and good luck in the upcoming municipal election. So this concludes this episode of Town Talk. Thank you very much to Maurice Hynes, candidate running for council in the upcoming municipal election, for joining us here in Chamber today. And stay tuned for another edition of Town Talk.